welcome back to another episode of Love and Life, where we have real conversations about love and real life. I am your host, Tony B, and I have with me my co-host, my family, my baby love. What's up, B?
What's happening? Tell me some more. Give it to me. Lay it on thick.
You gotta say that.
My goodness, get a room. Jesus Christ.
Okay, don't do it no more.
L Boogie, what's up?
L Boogie in the building, baby. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go.
Bad girl. What's
Look
up?
like she forgot my name. Bad girl is in the building. How y'all doing, family? How y'all doing, family?
Good.
Dang.
How you doing?
MB, what's up?
What's up, good looking people? Brother L Boogie, I'm feeling that jersey over there, man. I like that Colorado joint.
That young Sanders.
That thing looking
Young
real,
Sanders.
real jazzy.
Yeah. Give it up for them.
Lady T.
Lady T in the house, and what it be?
That was a bar.
That was bars, huh? Bars. She got bars.
She thinks she got bars. All right, so we're going to go to our quick question of the evening. Bad girl, what you have for us?
Okay, the quick question this week is, are you willing or would you give your spouse a pass?
To do what?
You know what I'm talking about. The pass.
It's called
The pass. Are you willing to give the pass to your spouse for whatever reason? Are you willing? MB, you willing?
No.
It's a yes or no answer.
No.
Lady T?
Hell no.
She said yes or no.
No.
Brother B?
No.
It's a no for me.
So is it no for you?
Yeah, I think this is gonna be I can't even think of the word, but that's a no. What is it when everybody in agreement?
Everybody in agreement.
Majority rule.
Consensuous.
No,
Is that-
consensus.
Is it consensus? It's something.
Undisputed?
Yeah, whatever. Everybody on the same page with
Unanimous. It's a unanimous decision. No.
Is a no for you, baby?
Yeah, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. But I want to know why it is a no for... Who's the lucky person tonight? Tony B. Tony B, why is it a no for you?
I'm not doing... For me or him, we not doing nothing like that. If he feel like he need to pass your... And I know if you heard our other segment about the D, pass your ass on down in the Upper Marlboro. That's a no for me.
shit.
No.
She said the D without actually telling you about the D.
Oh,
All
snap.
right now. Yeah. But why is it, I know you're saying no if you feel like it is, but why is it a hard no? What do you think would be the issue? Or, why is it a hard no?
I don't understand why people... For me,
Okay.
I don't understand why somebody would open their marriage up like that to let their spouse be with somebody else. Because you opening doors. Suppose that person go, you give him a pass or her a pass, and they go be with somebody, and they just can't get enough. And keep
Turned
going
out.
back and back and back. So,
That's the no. That right there for me. Okay. Moving on. All right.
those
Quick
quick
question
questions
for the
can
day.
go into... I just want to keep going.
Open it up for the listeners. If you feel that you have an opposite answer, we would love to hear.
Not only an opposite answer, but if you agree with us and you want to share why.
Exactly.
You opposite of no, yes.
What? We all said no.
I said the opposite answer. We all said no, so
no
we
more,
want to hear
no
from
more.
the people who
No
say
more.
yes.
No, I want to
more.
hear from everybody. I want to hear from the yeses and the nos as to why they feel like it should be an option. If they feel yes, we want to hear why. If they feel no, we want to hear why.
You all right over there, lady?
No, she
I'm
not.
all right. But I'm not concerned about people who saying no. Because I'm on the same page.
Hold
with
up,
you.
what type
I
of?
want to hear.
Hold up, we opening. We trying to help the people. Now you saying you don't want to hear what they got
Well,
to
I'm
say?
just saying.
This was
You
a
just-
quick question.
you just wanna
This
hear
was
the
a quick
ops.
question.
You
And
just
it was
want the
supposed to be
ops.
quick.
For me
And now
first-
you turning it into.
I'm not. For me, I'm just
You
explaining.
can never
myself.
follow the rules.
For me personally,
I didn't ask you to explain yourself. If you want to chime in, listeners, whether you agree
My idea.
or disagree with the panel's unanimous decisions, hit us up on our social platforms and let us know know your stance, whether you agree or not, and why. Thank you.
Let's go tell you
That's
because that
our
thing
quick
over there,
question
she
for
batshit crazy. So she.
That leads me into what's in your cup. What's in your cup, lady? See?
what was it, L Boogie? That you made?
I ain't making that today. I don't know what your husband made that for you. What y'all drinking?
Oh, I think they back on the bad girl tonight.
Yeah, that's the bad girl.
Yeah, they couldn't get enough of the bad girl last segment.
I like it like that.
The last show.
Like that.
That bad girl came for 'em.
Look, it
bad
got to
girl
be
came.
something because we sharing it, you know, and you know. Lord have mercy.
She act like she don't want to share.
you act like-
If I was you, MB, I go get my own.
I'm trying to figure that one out.
That part.
Remember that.
All
Well,
right.
it's tequila for me. I get enough of bad girl.
I know that's right. I know
I get
that's
enough
right.
of bad girl. I need me some tequila
He
tonight.
said he get enough, bad girl. So what that mean?
I mean, well, don't take it in the wrong way. Let me clean that up a little bit. Let me
Or
clean
you
that up.
can't get enough. Which one is
No,
it?
no, no. Let me clean it up
He
because
said
it
it right.
sound.
He
But
get enough of
I give bad girl every day, all day. So I'm getting some tequila right now. I don't never not get enough of. So I'm just doing something different. I'm doing something. I'm getting a pass. I'm getting a pass, y'all. I got a pass,
But
Simple.
Oh shit!
I'm drinking.
Tequila.
You lucky this camera rolling.
Get him.
I had my favorite. I had to sit mine over there because of it may have took me too much, but y'all know my favorite drink, that Tito's. I can't get enough of it. When I'm on set, no drinking, no driving. No drinking,
You
no
ain't
driving.
enough right now. You
Talk
don't need
about
no
driving.
more.
We not.
Ain't nobody in behind the wheels.
No more for Brother B.
No more for Brother B.
Bad girl, what you drink?
I'm with Lady T and MB. I'm doing my signature bad girl. Cause I want to be bad. I need to be bad in this episode. You said that you had enough, so don't even come for me.
To the hype girl.
No.
Oh, you want to be bad, huh?
Well, you won't know it tonight. How about that?
You know what? You shitting me. You shitting me.
You won't know how
You
bad
said it.
you won't know how bad I can get tonight.
Tonight, Bobby.
He got a pass. Then he
Pass to lay his ass down.
got a pass, y'all.
Oh man, boy, oh boy.
I took a pass. I'm not drinking anything this evening, so I took a pass too. All right, so we get ready to move into our topic. Tonight's topic of discussion is turning the page.
Turning the page.
Turning the page, and what that means is whatever it is for you. We're not going to tell you whether it is turning the page on forgiveness or something that you have going on within your life, but it's just time to move on. So that's the discussion for tonight, and I'm going to.
Is it? Is it? Okay.
Whoever want to start. I'm roll your dice. I ain't rolling my dice. You roll yours.
Well, I say we start with the bad girl. Start with the bad girl. Start with the bad girl. Not the drink either. The actual person.
The actual person.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. So for me, turning the page relates to bad girl. Relates to forgiveness. And so not just forgiveness in relationships, because a lot of things that we talk about on this set and is geared towards relationships, but it's family as well. Family, life, everyday life. So forgiveness. We talk a lot about forgiveness, and just recently in my life alone, the word forgiveness was raised up. And so for me, forgiveness is a good thing, but I feel like when you say that you're ready to forgive and you're ready to turn the page, that most people aren't. So I think people just go through the motions, to me. So they lift the page up and they flip it over, but they hold their finger under it, right? And so the page never truly turns because they're still holding on to whatever it is. And I think that, people they go through the motions for other people. That's how I see it. Not really for themselves or really to move forward. And I got a problem with that. Right. Like if you come to me and you tell me, well, we need to have a conversation that to move forward and move into an area of forgiveness, then that's what it should be. However, everybody is not on the same page at the same time. Right. And so if you are truly ready to forgive, or you feel like you're ready to forgive somebody, you have to be ready for whatever that person is feeling. Because you may be ready to move forward, but that person may not be. So everybody is not in the same space, in the same place at the same time. And so if you're truly talking about forgiveness and ready to forgive, it doesn't matter how that person responds to the initiation or whatever. If you truly in your heart are ready to forgive, no matter how they respond, you will be okay with it, because you're supposed to understand that may not be where that person is at that particular point in time. And so that's my thing on it, turning the page. A lot of people, they say they want to turn the page. They not ready. They not ready. And even for me in my life, with forgiveness, I'm going to do it in my time. Nobody gonna force me to be ready to forgive, to be ready to stand and have a conversation, or to move forward until I'm ready. I'm done with pleasing everybody else and making everybody else happy. When I'm ready to move forward with things, then I'll do that. But know and understand that if I come to you and I say to you that I'm ready to, to have a conversation, or I'm ready to forgive, I'm okay with you not rejecting that at that point in time. Because once I come to that point in my life, that's where I am. Right. I'm ready to move forward. Whether we moving forward together or not, I'm going to move forward. But I have to be ready to do that. So that's turning the page for me. A lot of people can't. Like I said, they hold that finger under the page. Yeah, they hold it up. You know how you put a bookmark somewhere and the page never settles? So, and I'm not saying that you forget what has occurred or what people have done or whatever it is that you need to move past. But when you say that you're ready to forgive, you have to move. You can't keep revisiting it. You remember it, but you can't keep bringing it up. And a lot of times that's where I'm finding that people in my life, when they say that they're ready to move forward, we keep revisiting the same thing. We keep going back to the same thing. And that's not what forgiveness is. That's not what moving forward is. Right. You don't forget. You can't forget. You got to make sure that, you're going to protect yourself, right? That's what we're supposed to do. We learn from our lessons. Everything is a lesson. And how you move forward with, or how you move after that, you should learn from it. But you don't hold people to the feet to the fire forever and be, oh yeah, you did this to me 20 years ago, and we done already had a conversation that we're moving past that, and we're moving into the next, and that's just life, period. My thing on turning the page.
Absolutely, I don't think I could move my feet. But what I was going to say was just to add to that forgiveness piece, how I feel about that. I think some people, to me, and again, it took time to get, people feel that if you and Brother B tell me one more thing, I'm going to make me forget what I was. Forgiveness. What I was saying about that was, I think that some people don't realize, because when you really at a place where you actually forgive somebody, people feel like you may never have that closure conversation. But if you at a place where you really forgive somebody, it don't matter. Right. Because forgiveness is for you. If me and you had a blowout, can you sit back a little bit for me, Big, so I can see Lady T? If me and you had a blowout, and I mean like we ain't speak to each other for a year, 2 years or whatever.
You mean like when I beat you up or something?
Girl, bye. Girl, I don't know, never girl. But if I get to a place where I forgive, I don't have to, even if you say you're not ready, I don't have to have a closure conversation with you. I can forgive you in my mind and my heart, because that forgiveness is for me, because I'm a big believer in karma. Right. So me being mad at you not going to affect my karma. So I'm going to go on with my life. I don't have to have closure with you. My closure is with myself in that situation. But I think some people feel like they got to talk to that person. I got to say what I got to say. And that's not the necessary case. It's not necessary.
I mean, for some, I agree, but I'm on the fence with that one.
You agree to disagree. That's what you saying.
You know she always got to have but go ahead.
That's what that is.
Take a sip of your drink and go ahead.
I agree, but I'm on the fence with that, because again, everything that you and Bad Girl said, and then you said I'm on thumbs up. However, there has been things that may have happened in life. I guess I'll use me as an example, where if I'm ready to forgive and we come to that point, sometimes a conversation is needed.
Why?
For me, sometimes a conversation is needed. Now, it may not be to Bad Girl's point. I may not, in order for me to be able to accept what you're giving me, I need to hear that, whether it's on the same page or not. If you opposed to us moving on, then I need to hear that.
So okay, that's what I was going to ask. So what if that person is like, look, no, Lady T, I don't want to talk. No.
Okay. But you're giving me what it is that I feel like is important for me, and that's saying, although I'm good with moving on and forgiving you, it just lets me know still where you may be as an individual with this situation. Because I do think that anytime you smoothing anything out or trying to come to an agreement, communication. And that's a lack of communication when you turn or turn your back on me. You, in my opinion, you're not dealing with the issue for real.
But
whether it's if I come to you, Tony B or Bad Girl, Brother B, any of you guys, and I say, hey, I want to talk to you, whatever happened yesterday, it is weighing heavy on me. I feel some type of way about it. and you give me what she's saying.
No. I don't want to talk right now. You know what I'm saying? And that would be what? What would that?
For me,
Uh-huh.
that would be for me. Okay. I'm
So
good.
would you come back later and try again?
It all depends, because in that's sort of a sense of pity for me to have on you, because it lets me know where you are when it comes to, just moving in a positive direction.
Let me ask you one question. So, how many times do a person have to tell you they don't want to be bothered with you for you to stop trying?
It just all depends on the situation and what it is.
So why is your forgiveness contingent upon them having a conversation with you?
Because I feel like communication is a big piece in everybody's world. Whether we mommy, daddy, whether we husband or wife, sister, brother, friend, coworker. Like, if you don't talk to me, how do I know?
But so what is?
I can't go off because my facial expressions may give you where I don't care, when deep inside you reading what you always tell me, assume and make a what?
Ass.
So I could be mad literally about something else, and if I don't give you full explanation of what that issue is, why I'm not ready to forgive you, or if I'm ready to forgive you, if I don't give you that, and I'm just sitting up here with my finger on it, and you come to me and I turn my back, you want to walk away as if I'm still harboring ill will against whatever our this issue was, and that may not even be the case. I could have had something going on, but if I don't communicate that with you, if I don't tell you, how can you walk away and know what it is that I'm? Because
it sounds like to me you basing your whole forgiveness is not for you. You basing your forgiveness on how another person responds. So that's why I'm asking you, what is forgiveness to you? Because forgiveness should not be about how anybody having a conversation with anybody.
But who's?
So
is that your definition, or is it open forum for opinions?
This is an open forum for opinions.
Don't tell me what I said. What forgiveness don't mean to me and what it mean to you.
Now I was about to ask you the same. I was gonna ask you the same thing too, because you supposed to be you, not the other person.
Okay, but again,
I get what you saying.
Again,
as far as you saying, you said you need that conversation from somebody
because
to be forgiven, right?
Listen, I'm speaking from personal experience when it comes to, and I have made an assumption about many of things without having conversation. And I have said, and I'll even use my child as an example, my oldest child. Like, I have assumed when her and I was not in a good place, and I'm angry, she angry, but then I say, you know what, I'm good. I'm not gonna do X, Y, and Z, and I'm in this. I'm all right, but she's walking around, and I may have reached out to her, and she give me the behind the kiss without us really communicating, or me, because it could be something where we mad at each other, and it could be something we both think is something and it's totally opposite. How do we know if we don't talk? And we say it all the time amongst ourselves. I don't know what you mad at me about if you didn't even tell me that. How am I supposed to know?
Well, what if you do know? What if you do know that the person?
I still you still is not talking about yourself.
I'm talking about myself.
Hey, y'all help me out. I'm a little goddamn lost a little bit.
Because I'm not saying that you should never. I say some people. I'm not saying you should never have a conversation. Some people cannot get past not having a closure conversation, and life is not gonna always give you that. A person not gonna always give you that. Whether it's you forgiving them or them forgiving you. You may not get a chance to talk to somebody, but that forgiveness should not be contingent upon me talking to you The forgiveness is me and what I'm dealing with internally within me. I can forgive you and never say a word to you again in my life.
But that's your way of coping with forgiveness. Okay? And again, it's opposite. We all are here based off of our opinions.
I'm respecting your opinion.
That don't mean that I can't forgive you because you don't talk to me. I'm saying for me,
what?
That don't mean that I don't forgive you if you mean you don't have a conversation.
Okay, well that's what I was trying to
but
get at.
But you're saying that that's where it ends for you.
What you mean? What you mean? I want you to say what I'm saying.
You said that you don't need, sometimes or most of the time for you, a conversation is not needed because the forgiveness piece comes only for you and inside you. Well, I came with a rebuttal to say, well, for me, I feel like a conversation should be had.
Okay, well,
I'm not saying that I need it, but that's what I want. I know that I may not get it, because when I come to you and I say, hey, I'm ready to forgive based off of whatever situation is, like she said, I have to be prepared for whatever you give me, whether it's conversation or whether it's me seeing your back. But I want to at least have conversation with
So what you saying?
So when it all comes to it, I'm saying, you know what? I try to say something to her motherfucking name.
So what
like I'm just playing.
So I was about to ask. So what you saying? You going in and you forgiving them, but if they don't give you no conversation, it's off the table.
Is your forgiveness off the table?
Yeah.
It depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. Now I'll just use me and you for example. We go at it about numerous of things. We may not agree, but at some point, a conversation is needed. Whether it's 3 days, whether it's a day, whether it's a conversation is needed to clear the air. And that's just what it is. So
is that because y'all married though? Because if you're not married to somebody, you really don't have to have a conversation with them.
Yeah, I agree.
To clear the air.
But again, it don't, and that's what's wrong with us. That's what's wrong with us as people. We always feel like, guess what? I ain't gotta say shit to you. I ain't gotta have no conversation with you. I
don't think that's where it's going at. I don't think that's where it's going at. I don't think that's where it's going at. Because
that's not what I'm saying.
It's many people. It's many people I done turned the page on. I done forgave them, but they haven't forgave me. I don't have to have no conversation with them,
right?
At all.
But again,
you know what I'm saying? It's for you.
But
it's
again,
not for them.
But again, I'm not disputing that, brother. I'm not.
I'm not your brother.
I'm not your brother. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying, back for me, this is where I stand.
So I'm going back to the same thing. So, is you really forgiving them if they not give you that conversation?
I can say again 2 things. It depends on the situation, and it depends on. I can, but based on the situation that's on the table, to cause me to have a hardened heart towards whomever. That's just me.
So you not even forget. So I can make sure I'm understanding, because what I'm hearing from you is your forgiveness is on the outside. You still worrying about everybody else but Lady T.
That's not.
And that's ultimately who is. But that's what I'm hearing. But and then again, and it sounds like you saying you gotta have that conversation, because you said one, it depends. Either you forgive him or you didn't. If I forgave you yesterday and then I have and I'm scheduled to have a conversation with you tomorrow, I forgave you. You confusing me.
Well, let me say this, because you got a lot of people that's walking around and they have hardened hearts, they have unforgiveness going on. And the person that they need forgiveness from is no longer here, right? So at that point, that's a situation that's beyond my control. I can't expect a conversation from somebody that's not here.
And you can't expect one from somebody that's here.
But that's a situation. I just gave an example of it depends on the situation. So I'm just giving you an example of what I apply that to. Death, I'm walking around and something is happening and I can't talk to somebody because they're no longer here, but I needed clarity before they went away, then that's beyond my control. So I can't expect a conversation from them. Isn't that a situation?
No, because I'm just confused.
Yeah.
Ben, you don't understand.
No.
Is
I
that
get
not a
what she's saying.
situation?
That could be because, like she said, if that person passed away, you definitely can't
we
have a
all get
conversation.
that.
But they
with
don't
them.
mean that I don't forgive my. Say if I, let's say
But-
if I
but-
did something to somebody and they're no longer here, right? And I wanted to take the initiative to apologize,
But
right?
you didn't get a chance.
But I didn't get a chance.
But
I
it's
forgive myself.
you know what? Time out.
You
Let me
need
throw
a full.
flag
You
in
need
there
a
right
full
quick.
or 30 seconds.
No.
Because you said forgiveness deals with you inside.
It is. So guess what? The person that passed away, if they forgave you for whatever you done to them, it's cool.
How do I know if we haven't had a conversation?
That person don't have to have no conversation with you to forgive you for what you done to you. It's so many people that done things to me that I forgive. I have not had no conversation with them.
But the Bible says confront and confront the person. That's what the Bible says.
What scripture is that?
I don't know.
Hey.
But that's what the Bible
It's
says.
a lot of drink, but I think
Ain't no lot of drinks.
I think
This
forgiving
is- no.
I think forgiving is based on for you to
I'm
benefit
not
you
disputing
to
that.
help
That's what it's supposed to be.
to help you get over whatever you
But
had
I'm
going
not-
on
I'm
to
not
get that
disputing
bitterness
that.
out of you, because you know I got some bitter people in my circle and I done forgave all of them. I flipped the page 100,000 times. I ain't got to talk to them, but they walked around bitter. It's not me.
And
It's
again,
them. It's not me.
I'm not disputing anything that you speak on for that. I said for me, I feel like certain situations, conversations need to be had.
It shouldn't be no certain situation.
Don't tell me what it
Well, I
is
guess
that
that's
I
for him,
feel.
You saw
Everybody is entitled
So
to
you got
their
some people in
opinion.
your circle that was in your circle at one time. You forgave them, right?
Yes.
So you got to have a conversation with them people.
Contingent upon the situation. Contingent upon the situation.
So
I don't
that-
know how many times I have to
So-
express that.
Like Medea, situation.
Like,
So
I
what
don't
you-
understand.
but-
She look like
hard
Medea.
It's hard for you guys to receive what I'm saying because you have your mind made up based off of what you want it to be.
No.
Listen,
That's not
listen.
it.
It's hard for y'all to take in what I'm saying because you have your mind up based off of what you want to apply the word forgiveness to for you. And it's okay. I'm not telling you wrong with that. But I'm saying with me, it's A, B, and if I wanted to be C, D, E, F, F, E, G, whatever, then I can do that. But on the same, like I'm not saying neither one of y'all are wrong.
I'm not
for
saying
how
you
That's
wrong,
the
but-
blue alphabets there.
But
So-
what I'm saying is, are you truly forgiving them people then?
That's what I was
That's what I'm trying
And
to figure
again, I said, and see, I be getting confused up here with some of the conversations that be had because this young lady, Lord, we have conversations, right? And this one, I'm telling
Know
you
my
this.
name.
And I just keep going back to something that may be fresh in all of our memories when it comes to my child. It has been numerous of things that has been on the table and has been issues. And forgiveness is needed or was needed in order for both of us to move on. But in order for both of us to move on, conversation was needed. Whether it came from me, whether it came from her, we had to converse about whatever it was in order for us to go in the right direction. So even if I forgave her, because I feel like, and I'm sure if you had her here, I feel like I went through a lot with that. And she would say the same thing. But in order for me to respect what it is that she's giving me, I had to hear her. I had to hear her communicate that to me because I had tunnel vision about a lot of things and how I looked at the situation. Although I said, you know what, I'm gonna forgive you because you're a child and you mine and I birthed you. But on the same token, I had to hear where she was coming from with that to respect what it was that she was laying upon me because I'm not always politically correct in how I feel.
You fact about you got right about that.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Okay,
I don't know
I
if
get
you
that.
guys get that
Yeah, I
with
understand
that
that.
kind of, like with that.
I understand that
I
part.
understand
No,
that. Yes,
that is-
absolutely.
right.
But that's
Yeah,
what
that's-
you just said.
No, the
That's a little
comment
different
I
right
originally
there.
made that started all of this was some people have to realize that you will never have a closure conversation. I never said that you shouldn't talk to anybody. I said if the conversation just cannot happen, you can still forgive somebody and move on because forgiveness is not based on
other
me
people.
having a conversation with you.
Exactly.
Forgiveness for me is based on me being able to let it go because I cannot hold on to that toxicity and that
Exactly.
negative energy because what I embody, what my aura gives off, is what I attract in my life. It may not come back with that same situation, but I'm going to keep having the same experiences in my life until I let it go.
Yeah.
And people, they base forgiveness on what she didn't say she was sorry, or he didn't say he was sorry, or I didn't get a chance to say. Forget all of them, because it's not about nobody outside of me. My life is my life, and I'm a big believer in karma. What you put out, you get back. So I can say I forgive you, MB, and never say a word to you again in my life. That's all I'm saying.
And I
Turning
understand
the page.
that.
And
And I understand.
Turn-
I'm not
Turning
gonna
the page.
I'm not gonna keep on that because we go all back and forth. But I'm just saying it depends on the situation. Because as a parent, I cannot sit back and there's an issue on the table with my child, right? Sibling, mother, father, and there's an issue on the table with them individuals, and I say, guess what? I forgive you, but it's certain things that I may need to hear in order for me to be fully good with me forgiving you. That don't necessarily mean that I'm not good with myself. Sometimes people need to hear I'm sorry. I fucked up. Sometimes people need to hear that.
Well, I
For
think,
real. I had to really look in the mirror and own certain things that I brought to the table with the situation, even with us having a conversation about forgiving each other. Like something, he come to me all the time, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And he says that because he knows that that's something that's good for him. It's helping him forgive himself. But he says that because he feels like that's something that I need to hear, where I could give off that I'm good, but sometimes I do need to hear that you owning it and that you messed up.
And that's completely on you. That's again to my point. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's-
saying
that's
that you're
on
not
you.
going.
But-
You never have to. You can have I said people need to sometimes realize that it is not.
That you're not gonna
It
do it.
may not happen. You
Okay.
may not
You
get
right,
that.
you right.
And you shouldn't walk around saying, "Well, I ain't that person. I ain't never get to hear that person say I take accountability for that." So the fuck what? If I forgave you, I forgave you. I don't care if you said you sorry that I did this or I said this to you. I don't care.
Okay.
I mean, and that's just me and how I feel. And this has been me and Lady T show. So I'm gonna open it up to everybody else.
I don't want to say something, but you know, she
Yeah,
wanted to take it all over.
I
But I was saying,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was saying,
sorry.
what I was saying is, forgiveness is for yourself, right?
Yeah.
So if you walk around and you don't really forgive the person, whatever the case is, you walk around with a little what is it?
Animosity.
Anger around you, and you don't realize where it come from because you so mad that you really didn't truly. That's like with my father. I used to be so angry all the time, and I was like, "Damn, why I was so angry?" Until I got older, I forgave him. I ain't need no conversation from him or nothing, and keep it moving.
Why you look at him like
That's
that?
like, what you look at me like that for? What you say? What you about to say? Yeah. But forgiveness is basically for you, because a lot of people walk around here in the world, they mad at other things because they never forgave whatever went on in their life, and it affect them every single day.
I agree. I'm not disputing. I agree.
Well, I'm gonna change up, turning the page a little bit for me. Because Bad Girl, she was talking about forgiveness, and turning the page could be numerous of things. And for me, turning the page when I was younger, it was things that I was doing that was illegal in the streets and stuff. And then when I became a man, I became a father. I knew I had to do stuff different, so I had to turn that page in my life where I wasn't living right, to live right for my wife, my kids. So that was turning the page for me. That's a little, like turning the page can be a lot of things, but for me that was my turning of the page when I had to, go from
a boy to a man.
Yeah.
These are the things that change boys to men.
Yeah, that was my turn in the page.
That was good. I know. What about
I like that, L Buggy.
Well, I got some family members that I have turned the page upon.
You going back to forgiveness?
Well, no, his sound a little different. Let him go.
This my forgiveness too. You know what I'm saying? But I don't never want to talk to those people again. Even though I've turned the page, and I'm better off not talking to those people, because if I probably had a conversation with them, it ain't gonna be good from what I have to say to them. So I'm gonna turn the page, and I'm done with those folks. You know what I'm saying? Whether I have a conversation with them or not, I am totally done. Don't know you no more. Forgot about you. All of that stuff. I have turned the page, because see, if I keep thinking about them and that means they renting space in my head for free. You know what I'm saying?
For free.
Yeah, they staying in my space.
Squatters.
Mm-hmm. So I am done with them people. Best thing for me.
Absolutely.
Because they don't know. I will have to rock a orange jumpsuit if you come around me. So I've turned the page. Done with y'all asses.
No, they don't sound like that page.
That ain't forgiving.
No.
He turned the page. It ain't about forgiveness.
He didn't forgive, but he didn't turn the page on. He closed it. That chapter is over.
It sound like he closed the book.
Several
And burnt it
pages in the
too.
book, threw it in the fire, whatever you want to call it. I have turned the page, and there's no going back.
Okay.
I respect that.
You gotta know what's best for you.
I totally agree with that, B. I have some of those situations in my life as well. You have to realize, that even with family, that even though you are blood tied or whatever, it doesn't mean that you have to share the same space or be in each other's space all the time. You can love people from afar. And I'm not saying any love loss or anything like that, but sometimes for your peace of mind, your comfort, your happiness, you got to let some of those things go. And if people bring that toxicity into your life, whether they mother, father, sister, brother, uncle, cousin, friends, sometimes you gotta let that go. So you gotta turn that page for your own self.
I agree. I agree with you.
I get it totally. Hey, and we've said this before, and y'all heard me say it, and I often quote things that my father has said, and you just said that. He used to say, you gotta love people from afar.
Right.
And that's where I'm at with. I don't even love those people from afar. I'm
trying to help you out.
I'm far as a mug, but what you said is true, on point. You do have to love people from afar. So we've all had a turning the page moment in our lives, and our listeners probably gonna need some turn page moments in their lives also. Whether you forgive the person or people, or you just don't want to talk to those folks ever again, turn that page.
Absolutely.
Keep them people out your space.
Did we hear from Tony?
Yeah, they the ones kicked off. I mean, even to the point.
She was just kind of. I don't know if she had a turning page moment. Did you have a turning page moment, Tony?
I don't want to touch on forgiveness, and I don't want to. So I'm gonna say my turn in the page moment is I'm turning it, but it ain't turned.
She got her finger under it.
She holding it up.
And I'm not saying that you. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody has to be that mature or ready, because you do have to be ready to literally turn that page, and it takes a lot, especially depending on what the situation is. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot to get to that point where you're ready to actually turn that page and let it go.
Maybe that's a female thing.
Use a lie.
No,
I mean,
for you
to turn that page and
no, I'm talking about for me. I'm turning. Okay, I got the book. I'm doing
because I
know it needs to be turned because I think for me it's the security thing of. I'm talking about as far as my job wise. It provides security. You know, you've been there, longevity, but you feel like where I feel like I'm at a point in my life where that my purpose has grown beyond corporate America. So I want to turn the page, but is that
security?
Type thing.
Is that next page?
You know, your face.
I got you.
Not there.
So you want to turn the page, you just haven't turned it yet. That's you claim it. Claim it,
so
Tony B. You turning that page.
So what if you are the person? Because I'm still.
You still stuck on that forgiveness, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm saying convo, communicating. Because what if I am not the person that? What if I'm the opposite? What if there's an issue and you are ready to forgive yourself, right? And you come to me for forgiveness and I don't give you that. What is it that makes, how do you determine that if I don't go ahead?
Go ahead. I just got my hand because I want to go. Now you finish. You finish your statement because I want to. She said it, but go ahead. Go ahead. I already know what you're trying to say, but she said it in her statement in the beginning. You can't when you.
No,
that's what I told her. No, I told her go ahead. I was just putting my hand
up. Let go.
All right, you go.
You already finished your question.
I was just putting my hand up.
She don't want to forgive you right now.
I wasn't trying to stop you. I was just kind of putting my hand up to kind of,
Speak
but go ahead.
Next. Go ahead since you saying.
I was just saying I think what I think you're trying to say, she said it. When if you're having a problem and you come to her and she's not ready to receive it, you just got to accept that she's not ready to receive it.
I have to accept that she's not ready to receive it, but I'm still going into the direction of conversing. I'm still going into the key fact that I want people to understand is that you have to talk. People listen. People ball stuff up. People walk around and don't express how they feel, right? And again, that's a problem in itself. That's a form of unforgiveness, in my opinion. And that could be under a whole nother umbrella. But on the same token, it could be where I may need to hear that from the individual so that I can
that they are sorry.
That you are willing to move in a positive direction for unforgiveness. And unforgiveness don't necessarily mean that it has to take place right then and there, because it can be a process. It could be a process. Just because you come to me and you say, well, you know what, I'm ready to move on in a positive way, and I'm doing this for me, right? But in order for us to get that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, we gotta walk that trail. We gotta both, in my opinion, we have to both be somewhat on the same path to forgive each other. Not just so much, because you keep saying forgiveness is for me.
Yes.
But forgiveness is for you, but also it's for the both parties or anybody that's involved in a situation.
You shouldn't be concerned
I
about
don't agree with
party.
that. It depends on how important that person play a role in your life. You keep saying, oh, I don't mess with you. Brother B just said it's certain people that I don't choose to deal with, so I'm done with them. they don't mean too much for him. So at this point, can you say that about your child? Can you say that about your wife? Can you say that about your mother?
But that don't mean that because
unforgiveness is one word, and everybody that's amongst the land of the living is far from perfect. So you're going to have a situation where they may do something, say something, or treat you in a way that is very hurtful and make you feel like you cannot forgive them.
You can, but this because you.
I know this type of touch home for me. We're going to do a part 2 to this.
Because my thing is, just because somebody say that they don't need a conversation with you, or this because somebody say that they, I forgive you, but I don't have to, if I say I forgive you, but I don't never have to say nothing to you again or speak to you, that don't mean I don't love you. Sometimes, and this again, I'm going back to self-love and self-protection and protecting your peace. Sometimes some people are so toxic, and they love drama that even if I forgive you, but I know, I just know from the encounter we've been through. It's best for me to forgive you for me, whether you forgive me or not. I don't care. But I'm going to keep you there. But I still love you. I love you probably with all my heart. But sometimes just because you love somebody, they don't have to be in your orbit. They don't have to be around you. All the time. And everybody's situation is different. Just like if you say your kids, your spouse, your wife, whatever. Some people have parental relationships with their kids where they don't have that type of closeness. But that don't mean that they don't love their parent or the parent don't love the child. I mean, it's you.
Let me speak on that. She talking about kids. I have kids that I done, had a conversation with, forgive, but they still got that same energy. I tell them, stay away from me. I don't care. Stay away from me. Because guess what? At the end of the day, I sleep good. You the one not sleeping good. I sleep good. So I could do it. I don't know about nobody else. I does it.
And I'm not disputing that. I'm not. I just think that when you know, and maybe I'm taking it on a biblical standpoint, I don't know. But at the end of the day, if there is something that can be done, right, to men, whether it's something as small as a conversation, I just think that it's worth trying.
What about if you did all that?
And again, the situation is saying you've done all of that, and you're at a point where you
need the conversation though.
No, I'm not.
Can you forgive them at that point? I'm going your route. I'm going your route where you guys talk to this person. I want to hear it. I want to hear them say that they did me wrong or I did whatever. I gotta have this conversation. Sometimes that can lead into a whole nother argument and a whole nother spin up. But let's say it'll be something that, or the person just say, you know what, I got it. We don't. You know what, I heard you out and I'm still not feeling you. The hell with you. So are you going to forgive the person at that point for you, or are you just going to be mad?
At that point, I will have to own I would say, for forgiveness or whatever it is that I made.
So forgiveness for you or them. After you did everything you said you was going to do, are you going to forgive that person, or are you going to hold on to it because they didn't want to, you couldn't agree?
So I don't believe that forgiveness is only for self. I think that it's for both parties.
So it's still unresolved to you?
It could be based off of whatever the situation is. Okay. But I still stand firm on forgiveness for me, yes. But forgiveness for both parties or all people involved plays a big factor in how you move about.
How you move.
And I think
how an individual, me, I can say me, but it's other people. It's more. The world consists of just more than this panel.
Yeah,
so it don't
agree.
It's just more than her
agree.
and you and me
agree.
and them and them. But so at the end of the day, there are so many people who.
My goodness, she ain't let nobody talk tonight.
Go ahead.
I mean, because I'm gonna say this. And I'm not gonna really get into. I hear a lot of what you're saying, and I know you. I think I know you very well. I think it's certain individuals that you feel like you really need, and I'm gonna mostly speak because you spoke on it with the relationship with you and your daughter. Because there's plenty people in your life that you don't give two shits about and you ain't got to have no conversation with. So that's not the truth. What you're saying is not true.
That's the same thing I said
I
earlier.
said the situation, like y'all
But
just
you
keep dwelling
but you
on.
saying it like you got to have.
I said it depends on the situation and how important of a role that person play in your life.
I think that's true. I mean, I think that's for anybody, but I really believe it's more it's people that's close to you that if you don't speak to them another day in your life, you gonna go home and sleep just as fine.
And I'm not disputing that.
But
I'm
you
still
sound
saying
a
that
little
in lieu of what it is that you're saying, there's still a conversation that needs to be had for either one of us or whomever is involved to move in a different direction. Because right now, if I forgive you based off of whatever may have happened,
don't get me wrong, I haven't lost no sleep.
Right, and I'm not losing no sleep. I just want to key in on the fact that
far wrong.
People we are so quick to say, hey, fuck it. But again, that and they've said it. Everybody has said it based on the situation and what you may have done and how that may have happened, whatever. You make that determination for you because you gotta do what's best for you. Certain scenarios, I just feel like conversations can be had, are needed to be had. Like I'm not one, I'll throw in the towel quick to say I'm not gonna deal with something, but your children are different. That's on a different scale to me. So I just think that when you speak on that, be clear and be transparent about that because you got people that's listening and take heed to what it is that we saying and will take what you saying and look at it for just that.
The book, and this for me, just like you saying for your opinion for you with your kids. Okay. I don't get me in this camp. I don't care who it is when it comes to me.
Okay.
My forgiveness is not contingent upon B, Lady T, MB, or nobody on this panel or nobody out there. When I choose to forgive it, because at the end of the day, you never know. You can still be, I can say that you was wrong, that person will say I was wrong. Forgiveness is for me looking at that situation through my lens and taking accountability for the part I played in that situation.
So let me say this. Wait a minute before I lose my thought. Because you can take accountability for what part you played in that situation. But if you haven't had a conversation, you taking in accountability for what you want to own up to being wrong for.
No, I'm looking
you taking in accountability. Okay.
Have mercy. I'm taking when I say taking the truth.
Jesus Christ.
I'm talking about taking the truth. Looking at yourself and turning
man, damn.
Just like you said, you looked in the mirror a couple of 25 minutes ago. You looked in the mirror and you had to say to yourself, that's when you reach, to me, it's maturity within yourself. It's growth. It's spiritual growth within yourself. I'm not gonna lie to myself. The only person that I can't look in the mirror and lie to myself and well, you ain't do that. Being mature and mentally and spiritually, you want to take true ownership for what you did.
I agree.
And say that I know I played. This is the part I played.
But that's what I'm saying. Can you speak into your mic? I'm not disputing. I'm not saying anything that you're saying is incorrect. But sometimes it takes in order for us to move on. Sometimes it takes for you to tell me you did this to me, although you forgave yourself because you come in and say you sorry. Sometimes it takes for me because I can own that I smacked you, right? But I can own that I smacked you,
Bullshit.
but I can't own that I smacked you and cuss you out.
Bullshit.
You
well,
so sometimes it makes
that's work you need internal work.
But how do you make that determination when you're saying that you're I'm saying a conversation needs to be had because you could do something to me, but you look in the mirror and you own, I smacked Tar, but all along Tar is feeling, you smacked me and you cussed me out. So you need to hear that so you can own that you cussed me out too.
I don't have to hear nothing from you, Lady T, because after you make it you to me, why is everything contingent upon somebody outside of you?
Exactly.
It's a personal. Personal growth, internal growth is in. Okay.
That's where I get a little lost at.
I'm just gonna take
a little bit. I get a little.
I'm gonna back up, and I'm just gonna say for me.
Yeah,
I do not care if a person ever tells me, so now I thought you did me wrong or whatever. I don't care. Maybe back in the day when people pleasing was a thing for me, and I cared what everybody else did, I don't give a damn.
Okay.
Because for me, at the end of the day, it's my life, my karma.
Okay.
Karma is
Okay.
for me. I can't. I mean,
So let me ask you this, and I'm gonna end it because we can go because I'm sure you got other questions, right?
I don't know. But
Okay, let me ask you this. You do something to offend me. Me. No, I'm going to take me off the board because she don't fuck me to that degree. It's her. Let me say this.
Now, why would you say that?
I'm going to say this.
I fuck with all y'all up here, but go ahead.
But
But I'm not going to go ahead.
Let me say this because y'all just heard her. She spoke to the people and she said, for me, I don't need to hear what it is that I did. I'm taking the accountability for what I did in that situation based off of what I determined for me, right? These two are the best of friends. You see one, you see the other. They salt, pepper, however you want to identify them to be, right? She do something to offend you. She do something to offend you. She hurt you to your soul. She make your blood boil, right? You, on the other hand, you say, you know what? She hurt me. She did me dirty. I forgive her. But on the same token, based off of what you just said, you forgive her, but you saying you don't care because whatever issue y'all had, you contributed to some shit too, right? But you don't care about...
Maybe not.
You don't care about how she feel with that situation because it's for you. So based on the relationship and the report that y'all had, right? You basically saying you don't care what she think, how she feel. There's no conversation that need to be had amongst you and her. Despite of her doing you wrong, you doing her wrong. As long as you forgave yourself for what you did to her, you don't need to hear what it is or what accountability that she can aim for herself. Right? Girl.
Go to the next.
Say, girl,
Look.
That's what you said.
No, but
No, but what she
That's what
said.
she said.
Tony B. What's the next?
said.
What's the next question?
I want to address the question
No,
Girl, didn't I say at the beginning of this that people need to realize sometimes you cannot have the closure conversation.
No, can you rewind the camera back?
She just said something to me. No, I don't. If Tania was to say something that I don't want to talk about, I don't give. I would ever say, "Oh, Tania, you gonna talk to me?" Okay, Tania, I forgive you. We ain't gotta never have a conversation about the situation again. I don't care. To me, if I forgave her, I forgave her. But if we have a rapport with each other,
ain't no but.
No.
Ain't no but based off of what you just said.
When I say at the beginning that sometimes you may never have the conversation.
Off the camera, because ain't no but.
I told y'all was going to need some bad girls.
Ain't no but.
This right here, this.
No,
I mean,
because
it could go. This could go for days and days and days,
it's
man.
a lot, and when I understand that in forgiveness that a lot of feelings are involved. And that is why it's so hard for a lot of people to move forward because feelings are involved. So it can go a lot of different ways. I understand both. You know, I understand what both of you are saying, both standpoints, because I'm there, and I feel that way with different situations. The way that Tony B is saying, sitting here saying, I feel that in some situations, and your stance, I feel that in other situations. So I get it, and I understand both of them. I don't think either one of them is wrong, because I you know, like I said, I stand in the middle of that, and I have both instances of it. So,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
we might need to add.
Yeah,
Did we not have something on forgiveness before?
No.
We might need to add it to a future because this seemed to be a little.
It
might be
keep
a little deep.
Forgiveness part 2. I mean, turning the page part 2.
Yeah, or forgiveness.
But turn the page was just more than just about forgiveness, like Tony B said.
Well, I tell you, I had somebody
It's
tell me they
everything.
forgave me, but then they threw the back up in my face about what I did.
But they never forgave you then.
That's what I'm saying.
They never forgave you.
Yeah, You can't
so
say
we might
that you
need to-
forgave me and then you
Let's-
want to
let's-
preach to me a whole sermon
no.
about what I did to
Forgiveness
you.
is gonna be one of our topics in the this season.
But that's why a lot of people walking around here because they truly have not forgave people. They lashing out on other people because you have that issue that you haven't healed yourself from yet. And that's how it be. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree.
Next.
I
Even
think
in
we probably
relationships,
over-
even in marriages, people
Right.
haven't really forgiven. Even though they moving forward, they're saying they're moving forward together, and they haven't really let go. They haven't turned that page. They holding on to that, and so the moment something happened, the moment that he don't turn the water off in the sink or don't put the toilet seat down, all of that erupts again because the forgiveness was never really there.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
I still
So-
say conversation need to be had.
I think we probably went over on this one, but
It was a
mental
good
note, it was a good one.
That's
Yeah,
right now.
Is there a question for the folks?
You had one.
I mean, the word of the day, or what you do?
So no,
Word of the day.
there's no. I don't
She
think that
think
we
about
have
damn
one.
Sesame
But I
Street.
guess it's the
Damn word of the day.
No listener letter. That's my listener's question. Listener's choice.
Listener's choice.
Yeah, I think
No,
that might be.
listener's choice.
Well,
We be back next week with listener's choice.
Listener's choice.
Don't look at me, look at the camera, because
I'm sorry.
When you ask the question,
they're all eyes on me. That's how she be.
whatever. Please.
Fake boss.
And that's the end. I mean, I'm just going to close it out. If you're not following us on our social platforms, make sure you follow us on Insta, Facebook. And we on TikTok.
We on all the
All the
platforms.
all social
social
platforms.
Yeah, but hit us up and let us know what you think about forgiveness.
Yeah.
And turning the page.
Who's that?
Like,
Team
subscribe.
Lady
How
T
did y'all go?
or Team Tony
Click, like,
D?
and share.
Hit like and
Click.
share.
Click.
Click, like, and share. Click, like, and share.
And then on that note, fam,
Peace.
peace.